Hello, welcome to my studio. I'm going to be painting for you today. I am going to be painting some feathers, which should not surprise you since I'm doing some of my favorite things. Some of my favorite things are feathers. So I'm going to be painting two in one painting, and I'm going to show you the frame because it's quite different than the other ones that I've been doing. It's round. So I trimmed some of my boards, my panels, to go in some of these round frames. I have another one I'm going to do tomorrow that I'm very excited about. And I have another frame to show you that I am loving. This is probably my favorite one. So isn't that so neat and beautiful? It's really heavy, and it's not solid gold, probably not. So I also trimmed one of my panels today, and then so we'll go in. I think I'm going to do a landscape on this one. So I'm very excited about that. I am seeing a delay on my video. I'm wondering if it's delaying as well for you, or are my lips matching up to the sound? I don't know. I've got some music going on as well, and I'm wondering if that's doing it. So if you want to let me know if everything's okay, comments. Let me know if things are looking okay for you all, and you can hear me okay, if the music's too loud or not loud enough. Also, I wanted to show you yesterday's painting. It's just a little bit dry enough so that I can put it in the frame. So I painted a nest, obviously. Actually, I can put it on the document. Let me just a second. You'll be able to see it better. And there she is. And then the CD frame. Matches. Great. Thank you so much, Kelly. Hi, welcome. Good. Okay, so I'll just try not to be distracted. It looks like I'm a foreign film and I've got like subtitles that aren't quite matching up. So let me think. Was there anything else I wanted to say? Oh, I don't know. I'm just thinking about Christmas coming up. The holidays are now, and a lot of families are getting together. And I know it can be a fun time, but it can also be a really hard time for people. It kind of highlights what we don't have, or highlights difficulties, families getting together, old memories, all of that. So I listen to a lot of podcasts and things that have just encouraged me. I don't have my son with me right now. I have him for Christmas, so I'm really looking forward to that. But the week and a half around Thanksgiving is usually hard for me. So I try to keep busy with things like this. And I've been listening to a lot of things that have encouraged me. And one I was just listening to just a couple minutes ago, and I'm a believer, and I believe in the Lord, and the relationship with Jesus, that's carrying me through, and trusting God's word, and just finding hope in Him. And so she said, God's peace doesn't wait for calm conditions. And so a lot of times we're like, Christmas is coming, and we're maybe dreading the busyness of it, dreading the difficulty of it. The Lord's peace can come into those places. It's not going to be calm already. He comes into the chaos and can give us calm and peace and His promises and hope during those times. So if that's you and you needed it, so there you go. That's been blessing my heart today and this week, as I've just been listening to a lot of different things to kind of keep my focus on good, positive things instead of just letting my thoughts run away, as they often do. So with that, I'm going to get set up and paint for you. Let me switch my cameras around. So let me show you. Okay. Oh, I got it. Okay. My palette cam is not working right. I'll fix that in a second. But I wanted to show you my plans. Let's see if I can move these around. I'm not going to be able to give you a perfect view. I can see the other side of this feather. So we've got two little blue jay feathers, and they're going to go in this cutie little round gold frame. So it'll be like a flat lay look. So it'll look like, hopefully, the feathers are literally framed in this frame and just sitting there. So that's what I'm going for today. And let me fix my pellet cam, which also doubles as a Zoe cam. My dog Zoe likes to lay down behind my easel. And so I put her bed there. And so you can see her. Let's see if it can work. Is that? There we go. So you can see her as well. Let me get it right. Snoozing. Last night she started snoring a little bit. So there you go. You have plenty of things to keep you occupied while you watch me paint. So I'm gonna get my hair up because I'm a little warm. And then I'm gonna get going. How's everybody doing? So I'm gonna live stream at 1 o'clock all the way through to Saturday, and then give myself a couple days, and then all these little guys are going to be available on December 2nd. I'll open the shop. And they will come framed and ready for hanging and gifting for your loved ones. Okay, gloves. If you have any questions, let me know. I will look at the comments here and there and answer your burning questions about painting or whatever you like. Okay. All right. Oh, I think. Let's see. I may have to do it at an angle. Look, in front of my face. I do need to see what I'm doing. All right. Let's do these cutie little feathers. I always start off with a neutral wash. Takes care of the bright white, and then it also puts something on the canvas, so I'm not like dealing with like the dry brush, so that there's something there when I start putting my paint on, so it grabs a little easier. I will wipe most of this off. It won't be that dark, but it just helps me get started. This is a first. You're seeing history here being made. I've never painted on a round panel before. So whoever gets this painting is going to get my very first round panel. Okay. Now I decide how they're going to be oriented, how big they're going to be. The frame's going to come in a bit all the way around, so I have to allow for that. I don't want things to be too close to the edge. So I think, let's see, that one's going to be taller. I don't want it to go above there. So maybe a little lower. And this, and then it's going to be that big. Ooh, my hands are shaking today. was doing something, cutting the board. I was trying to write a few minutes ago, and my fine motor skills are shot. I think it's because I was working on the board so much. And you're probably blocked a little bit here from seeing what I'm doing because I've got a light here. I want there to be a strong shadow on one side of the feathers. That's the only way to do it. You have a bit of a block view, but you can see the close-up better. The shadow in. Shadow comes to about there. I like that. Shadow is a lot shorter on this one. Come up to there. I'm going to make the background a bit gray, a little more grayer than this, because the feathers have these cute little white tips on them, and I want those to show up. I don't want them to get lost. So, all right. So I'm going to do the background first because the feathers are on top, and I don't have to do things backwards. This tells me where they're going to be oriented. They're not dead center. There's more space over here. I'm okay with that. Yeah, I'll do something interesting. Well, somewhat interesting with the background there, so. I want it to be centered. This is the painful part. We have to be willing to do that. I'll get it again. I worked hard for that. Let's see. We gotta make these centered. And okay, so hopefully that doesn't happen again. That was going to bother me. I tried to convince myself to be okay with it, but I wasn't. And this one's going to come around and come here. This one's about that tall. feel like this is the hard part. I'm just laying down the framework for the whole thing. A little bit more. Okay. I'm going to get rid of some of this around the tips I don't want. I put the white paint on there. I've got this gray there, too much of it anyway. It's just going to fight the white, so I don't have to deal with that. I know where it's supposed to be. So. Okay, now we're going to talk about the background, or work on the background anyway. I don't have black on my palette. When I was in college, we were discouraged from using black, at least oil paint, because it was not color fast and that it would fade over time. But that was many years ago. And it's possible they've gotten better by now, but I just really like using ultramarine blue and transparent brown oxide. You can go a warm gray or a cool gray depending on the two. It's always quite nice. So let's see. I want to do gray with a gold frame. Let me try it. Let me just see. I kind of want to go gray instead of a brown. And then gray can go nicely together. I like it. What do you think? maybe a little lighter. I don't need tips to show up a ton. I just want there to be some difference. I feel like I asked you what you thought, and I didn't even give you any time to respond. So I've got some places where the feathers are separating, and then you've got these little tiny hairs. The background, you can see through it. So I'm going to just kind of lightly go in there, and then I'll paint over it. But I don't want to have to go the other way around, although I might have to. There is a bit of a back and forth with some of this. Because it's just a plain background, I try to add some variation in there. Some visible brush strokes. I saw a painting, I think it's still at the Art Museum, and it was a painting of a woman, but she was against a completely white background. And it was perfectly white, but the artist had done brush strokes at all different angles. And it was, in person, such a neat effect. Oh, I don't want to do that. Really neat effect. Where like it was so interesting, but also subtle. But it was just because of the brush strokes was hitting the light in different ways. One day I want to try something like that. It's a little darker down here, so I'm going to put that in. Just softening a little bit. All right, I'm going to put the shadows in because that is also underneath the petals, the feathers. My overhead light is filling in some of these shadows, so I'm blocking it to see what the values probably should be. a little bit of light coming through the feather. So like in the shadow, there's just a little bit of light right there. It's really interesting. It's going through the feather itself. So I'm softening most of these edges. This is a pretty hard edge here because it's so close to the, and the shadow is just really close to it, but like here, it fades out. So anytime you can like pay attention to that, there's things that happen with objects and shadows. Add some realism. Okay. Now I can breathe. I hold my breath when I do all this. It doesn't look like much right now, but these are the necessary foundations for the rest of it. It's just easier if I do it first. I'm trying to decide what I need to do first. The next plan of attack and how. I want that there first. Don't have to put it in later. And then I'll clean it up. It's way too thick, but I'll clean it up as I paint more around it. Now, I put that blue in this side of the feather has got the most vibrant blue, and I just want to put it in. See if I can get that. I think I put it in a little brighter than I'm seeing, but I'm okay with that. I'm allowed. These little parts of the feather here, I do try to use the brush itself to create those little striations. Now you can't see terribly well, but on this one you can see it. They're just like little individual bits sticking off the main part. So I'm picking a brush that's kind of separated a little bit. I can make that work. We need a little more paint. Just like that. I don't think I'll touch it. There might need to be a little highlight right there. I'm not touching that again. A little bit here. They're more conformed together, but we'll just see. if that has the same effect. Not quite. Got to tone some of this down. Some of it. Some of the paint I already have here is fighting the paint I'm trying to put on, so I gotta take some of it off. I gotta get those little black stripes in there. And my brush is too wide. So I'm going to have to cut away at that a little bit. It's a little lighter on one side than the other. It's so tiny. I'm having a hard time with the size. I'll blame the size on any difficulties. Looking okay. Making sure everything's still in focus. I'm struggling with the drawing. Not quite right. Those distract me. Getting there. I think I'm through the ugly stage. There's actually a lot of brown in some of the feathers, some of the parts.
Little tip of white just has this very slight buttery yellow. So I'm trying to just get a little bit of that, while also keeping it as bright as I can. Something got on my brush. That wasn't white, unfortunately. To do something about that. I just love the little white tips on the feathers. Not all of them have them, but the little ones do. Correct my drawing a little bit. Where the very tip touches the board, it's like very darker shadows. So I want to do that, get that in, because I think it'll help it look like it's got that curve that it has in real life. If I can get the darker paint to stay.
Okay. So a little bit of a shadow, and then that one's done unless I see something that I can't let go. You can see some of the background through. This part of the feather, so I want to kind of add that in. It shows that these are really thin, not all together like the other ones are. Hey, Mary, welcome. It's not real, I promise. There's the real one. That's the hope, though, that it's... There's a fancy word for it. Trapollet. I'll say it's a French word. I'll say it with my wonderful American accent. Trapollet. I think that's... it's where it's like a flat lay, but it looks like it's really actually sitting there. So yeah, I am going for that. And you did not see the frame it's going in. It's very fancy roll frame. Okay, whew. That was a lot of breath holding. I'm still not, there's something right here I'm not like thrilled about. Let me just try something and I can move on. Oh, that's better. Okay. This bothers me a little bit. It still bothers me. Yeah, rough up my brush a little bit so I can just kind of get some streaks off of there. Oh, yeah, that didn't go as planned. Line up on all four. I'm gonna fix that. Okay. What else do I have? I can use this. I don't really want it to blur. I want it to streak because the edges of the feather, you know, like hairs almost, coming out and off. I just want to blow that. I'm like systematically ruining this. I just didn't like the edge. So, you know, this is how it goes sometimes. Back and forth. Oh my goodness. Okay. All right. That's not too bad. I just kind of messed up some of the other parts. So we'll fix that right there. You would think with the painting being so tiny that it would be fast. I don't think, at some point, yes, it's faster than a very, very large painting, but if I were doing a 8 by 8, maybe a 10 by 10, I don't think it's any too much faster. I'm just using smaller brushes. Okay. Almost there. I think I've said that a few times already. I mean it. I mean it this time. Okay. I'm going to try not to do anything else in that paper. Okay, now for the next one. This one should be easier, right? There's no stripes on it, at least. And it's really interesting. Such a thin little feather. This is like translucent right here. So it's like brownish on this side, but like I can see the board through it. Some of the detail of the board. It's so thin. All right, feather number 2. I'm going to move this a little bit over. It is in the way of my brush. I'm going to keep hitting it. So. Okay. That should still work for you all. Definitely going to have to redraw some of this. It's a blob. Is this the right color even? Yes. I think that should work. Okay. Curves like that. So I use that background paint just to kind of correct some of my drawing. Oh, my favorite bear. I love painting that bear. Oh, I'm so glad. Natalie, have we met in person? Do I know you? Well, I'm so glad. It's really fulfilling. It's a lot of work to get it all together. But once I get here, I can just kind of relax and breathe, listen to my music, and just enjoy shapes and colors and values and things like that. It kind of puts everything out. I have a very loud brain. I'm actually getting tested to see if I have ADHD. A little personal. But with music, when I play music and when I paint, there's something that anchors my brain in, and I just get dialed in, and then I'm doing this, and then I'm doing this. And I have some racing thoughts, but it quiets things down so much. And especially when I do music, it's like it anchors me in. We're doing this line, we're doing these chords, and it's in this time, and it just puts me through the steps, and it kind of quiets. So I find painting kind of doing the same thing. So I'm glad you're thinking about going back to doing painting. It's good for you. I was looking at the shapes. They're not quite right, and I'm analyzing why. What needs to change. Sorry if I keep hitting the camera here. That's actually also my microphone, so my apologies. At first glance, the objects are always so simple, and then the more time you spend with them, just kind of realize there's so much there that I'm not even able to paint it all in. I would be here for days. With teeny tiny little brushes and going back and forth, correcting. So editing, not putting everything in. Just a very faint blue on this side. It's darker than that. I think we're nearing the end. So that means we have 30 more minutes of painting. Some of the shadow side of this is a little darker than what I have, so I'm going to try to put darker areas in. I can actually see little stripy areas on this, just like this one, but it's just so faint and thin. Barely there. Alright, just looking for anything that's not correct or should be there and isn't. What details would worry to stop? This needs to be darker. And it's funny, there's some bright light coming in from there, and then the shadow starts. So I'm trying to have that happen. Soften that edge. One reason I love oil paint is go back and move the paint around and make it do what you want it to do. This was a dry brush and I brought it over, so it's good for softening. You just like move paint into paint that's already there, and you have a nice soft edge. I'm kind of just roaming around making sure nothing bothers me. I'm pretty happy with that. Now, where to sign? Where's my smallest brush? Let's use this one. So I'll probably just use the shadow color. I want it to be real subtle. Make sure. Should I do it at a slant? Like right there. I'll try it. If I don't like it, I'll just do it again. That's a no right now. I think I had too much paint on my brush and it was a little too dark. I can't remember which painting it was, but I signed my name like 3 times. This is just how it goes. You're writing with a paintbrush. I'm trying to do these a lot smaller than I normally do, just so they're still not distracting at all. Yet there. Oh, I'll just do it again. I'll get it right one of these times. Alright, I'm going to keep that. My eye is a little too Okay. I'm going to pull back just a little bit, if I can. Don't pull back too much further. It's framed. That's going to be fancy, fancy. All right. Well, thank you for sticking around. I appreciate it. I was thinking of doing 2 today, but I think I need. What time is it? I think my brain is done. But I will show you what I was planning on doing, and it may not be tomorrow because I have a very special one planned for tomorrow. So this is the frame, and I'm going to do a peacock feather. I can line it up. There we go. There we go. I'm going to do a peacock feather in there. So that's going to be the plan for maybe not next painting, but the painting after. The next painting, I'm going to do something in here, and I'll give you a little teaser. I'm not going to tell you what it is exactly. It's a shell, and it's a round shell, and I painted it, 3 times. I painted it 3 times, and it's going to be like a white on white situation. So 2 of the paintings, it was mostly the only thing in there, and the other one, it was like with a lot of stuff. So I'm really excited about tomorrow's, and that'll be same time, 1 p.m. on Facebook and YouTube. Thank you, Kelly. You stuck through it the whole way. I hope it was interesting. Hopefully better than watching paint dry. So I will see you tomorrow. And if you are a collector, check your email. I'll have something special for you in about an hour or so. Give me a little bit of time. And you all have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye.